So I don't mean to intrude, but if you're serious about making your golf team, you've got to get rid of a couple things here. And this may look good if you don't know what to look for. However, if you know what to look for, you're going to have to get rid of this right here in order to make your golf team and be consistent. So we can see here we've got extension through impact. Here we've got this chicken wing. This left arm is pulling up, the hands are pulling up into your body. You're able to correct it quickly and make it look good just past impact. But the damage is done when you get into right here through impact. So if we take, it doesn't matter who we take a look at, the way you're closing the club face is giving you this, you're hunching up your shoulders, your hands are trying to figure out what to do through impact. Then past impact, you still got this left arm bent and chicken wing through impact. And then through impact, you're able to uh, kind of straighten your left arm. But that's going to be, there's three things you got to do if you're kind of serious about making your golf team is you got to get rid of this big right wrist flexion through and past impact. Doesn't matter who we take, whether it's Tiger Woods, whether it's Colin Morikawa. We're going to take a look at your move through impact. And instead of these hands driving down through impact and this extension, you want this left arm to start straight and stay straight, not start straight and bend through impact. And one of the reasons is because you've got this extension in your left wrist instead of flexion in your left wrist and extension in your right wrist through impact. So it doesn't matter who we take, whether it's Colin Morikawa. So if you don't know what to look for, this happens so quickly, but the ball's already gone. The damage is already done. If we take a look at Tony Finau, you know, there he is through impact. It doesn't matter whether we take a look at his irons or his drivers. We're not going to see this right here, this extension of this left wrist. We see this flexion of this left wrist and the extension of the right wrist, and the arms extended through impact, not the arms pulling up into his body. See, we got this right wrist going into flexion. I can tell that left wrist is going into extension. I can also tell that left wrist goes into extension because if we take a look at this from behind down the line, we can see this big right hand. Now, there's a difference between re-hinging and flipping. This is a flip, and I'll show you a rehinge. So here is what can be called as a rehinge. But you see how, let's take it hand by hand. See how your left wrist has this huge breakdown. It's a breakdown of your left wrist, not a rehinge. See, here's Nicholas, and doesn't matter which swing we take, we don't have this huge flexion in the right wrist and this big extension of the left wrist. That's going to be a huge. This could be a game killer for you if you've got this big flip in the right wrist. Also, if we take a look, even at with current players, if you take a look at the move through impact, so you've got this big right hand throw. Your right elbow is getting away from your body. This is you're actually not connected because you've got these arms way away from your body, so you're disconnected. And you can see if we take a look here, we're going to zoom in. We've got this huge bend back in this left wrist, big curl in your right wrist. Where we kind of want to see the opposite. You can see these hands as they come up. See this extension in the right wrist? We don't have this huge flexion in the right wrist. That's this flipping is going to kill your game. Even if we take Tiger, and we'll take see if we have yeah, take another one from behind down the line, and this big flip and curl with the right wrist. If we take Tiger on the way through, this is a rehinge over here. This is a flip. If we take a look, say from behind down the line, we can see John Ram, and even John Ram coming through, you can see doesn't have this big flip. A little bit of a rehinge on his left wrist coming through. So some rotation and rehinge, but not flip. So also, if we take the other thing that's killing your game is you need to the path of your hands on the way down needs to be inside the path of your hands on the way back. So if we take, say, we'll even start with John Ram. So if we take a look and we're going to put a marker right on his hands, watch how the path of his hands on the way down is inside the path of his hands on the way back. So there's the path of his hands on the way back. There's the path of his hands on the way down, is inside the path of his hands on the way back. Your pat, I'm not sure you know exactly what the path of your hands are doing on the way down versus the way back. Yep, sometimes you hit the same path, but the path of your hands on the way down needs to be inside the path on the way back. And there's that flip again, but this is going to be the thing that keeps you from really playing well at your level is this right here, this right hand pushing the club closed instead of closing the club face correctly through impact. And that's what's happening because when you push with the right hand, the club head passes the hands, it starts traveling up on the circumference of the circle. And in order to not hit the ground before the ball, you're pulling your arms up into your body. And also with driver, even though the ball's teed up, you're having to slow your hands down to get the club head to catch up and try to get that club face closed. So you're going to have to correct this if you're going to be competitive at the college level.